What's good, Air Nation? Welcome to the Novice Cinephile, the channel where we're going to be breaking down all things in the world of Avatar, The Last Airbender. It has been 13 months to the day since we've had our last Avatar news update, so we got some catching up to do. I'm not going to give you all the casting and all the stuff that you've probably already heard about for the Netflix show, but we did get some breaking news today about the latest novel in the Avatar series. It is called The Dawn of Yangchen. So what's really exciting about this book is that it's written by FCE. If you don't know FC, that's the writer of the Kyoshi novels. And what we're learning here is that they're going to keep expanding their novel library and keep exploring other avatars outside of Aang, outside of Korra. And so first was Kyoshi, now it's Yangchen, which is really exciting because Yangchen is a character that I really enjoy from what we know of her. We don't know too much. I was actually going to make a video about that was going to come out fairly recently. So that's going to be shelved for now until this book comes out. But we do have a plot synopsis on that novel, so I'll just read that to you. Here's what it says. Yangchen's inexperience may prove to be her greatest asset. Plagued by the voices of avatars before her as long as she can remember, Yangchen has not yet earned the respect felt for Avatar Zito, her predecessor. In an era where loyalty is bought rather than earned, she has little reason to trust her counsel. When Yangchen travels to Ben-Er, in the Earth Kingdom for political business, a chance encounter with an informant named Kavik leads to a wary partnership. Ben-Er is a city ruled by corrupt Shang merchants who have become resentful of the mercurial Earth King and his whims. To extract themselves from his influence, the Shangs have one solution in mind: a mysterious weapon of mass destruction that would place power squarely in their hands. As Yangchen and Kavik seek to thwart the Shang's plan, their unlikely friendship deepens. But for Yangchen to chart her course as a singularly powerful avatar, she must learn to rely on her own wisdom above all else. This propulsive third installment in the Chronicles of the Avatar series illuminates Avatar Yangchen's journey from uncertain young woman to revered leader. So what that synopsis is saying to me is that, one, this thing has a name now. It's called the Chronicles of the Avatar, which is amazing. Two, I feel like that mysterious weapon might be her encounter with General Old Iron, I believe was the name. That was going to be in the video I was about to make. Essentially, in one of the Avatar books, name off the top of my head escapes me. It's the one where Aang and Toph have beef. I'll put the cover on the screen. And in that book, Yangchen talks to Aang about her dealings with this giant weapon of mass destruction called General Old Iron, and basically counsels Aang on how to defeat it because it resurfaces later after book 3 of Avatar. It's in, the extended universe. So I feel like it's going to be touching on that. That's the logical step for me when you introduced a plot point like that, just to kind of tie it back into everything we already kind of know about the character. Also, I'm really excited about this book because FC has written fantastic character moments in the Kyoshi novels. One of my favorite parts of the Kyoshi story is how he kind of strips her down, right? In the sense that everything we know about Kyoshi is her being like hardcore. Is Kyoshi being a rock, her being strong. And the Kyoshi novels lean into her weaknesses. And I think that works for Kyoshi because that's her origin story, right? It's the rise of Kyoshi. So she's learning that she's the Avatar, learning how to become an Avatar. What does it mean to be the Avatar? And so I'm really interested to see what we bring to Yangchen, because Yangchen in the Kyoshi novels is portrayed almost as being perfect, which I think is, again, that's history kind of taking all the teeth out of the avatars a little bit. Everybody seems a little more perfect when you look at history as opposed to what was happening in that moment. So I'm really excited to see what we do with Yangchen. This book comes out July 19th, so expect a review around that same time, maybe a little bit after, because I will have to read it. But expect a review of The Dawn of Yangchen, and that Yangchen lore video is going to get a massive rewrite, so stay tuned for that. We will have a Kyoshi one though. That's going to come out in the next month or so. So moving on to our next bit of news, we have Netflix's Avatar, which is going to be 8 episodes. We learned officially 8-episode season, which is the same number that Netflix gives The Witcher. So that's on par with like shows like The Witcher, shows like The Mandalorian. So eight seems like a good amount. What made the news though is that that's the same number of total minutes as all of book 1 anyway. I don't buy that they're going to try and adapt all of book 1 into this first season. Live action is paced differently than animation. It'll be really weird if they just start like making 2-part episodes of like season 1 from the animated show. That's not gonna be properly paced. It's not gonna have the proper tone. It's gonna be completely off. I feel like that means it's going to end roughly around the winter solstice, which is episode 8, I believe, of the original series anyway. That gives you time to build up the Kyoshi Warriors, introduce Team Avatar, Zuko, all that good stuff. You can probably even work around and introduce Jet a little bit earlier in the story. And you can end with Aang learning he has to stop the Fire Lord before the comet comes, yada yada yada. I think it'd be a really epic finale, them having to infiltrate the Fire Nation. And us seeing Avatar Roku, that being the giant set piece at the end of the season, right? Of them escaping Zhao, Zuko, all that stuff. So I feel like that's a good place to end season 1. I don't know if that's what they're going to do. They're currently filming like episode 6 or 7 right now. We know that for sure. So it'll be interesting to see what they do within that 8-episode runtime. But regardless, it should be beautiful. Because the next bit of news we have is that Netflix gave them a budget of over $120 million, which is about 15 mil per episode. And that's by far the largest budget Netflix has given a show. That's on par with what Disney has given The Mandalorian, which makes sense because they're using a lot of the same technology. That's something that the creatives behind this project have said, is that they're pulling a lot of resources from what Disney did with The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. So I feel like that's going to be really, really huge in the quality of the show. Hopefully the writing is strong. Hopefully they don't try and cram too much into season 1. Again, I think that cutoff of winter solstice works, especially with the budget that big. Can you really you don't want it to go to waste, I guess is my thing. So with a budget that big, you want to use it effectively. So I feel like cutting the story down, making season 2 a part 2, and then you finish book 1 like that, I feel like is a better way to kind of pace it out. Cut the seasons in half. And so that wraps up everything we know about Netflix's Avatar so far. We don't have any news on Avatar Studios, really. We know that they're still working on projects. They did hire a few people on their team, but it's nothing of note to really mention here. So that wraps up this video. If you guys enjoyed these kind of news roundups, let me know. I can keep doing them a little more often. If there's any other Avatar videos you want as well, let me know in the comment section. And what are your thoughts on the Dawn of Yangchen or the Netflix Avatar show? Are you excited for the Netflix thing? Are you excited for more novels? I'm excited for both personally. I am going to have a video coming out about Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender and why it might be great. But yeah, just let me know your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. We do have a lot of stuff coming up. We have a video on The Legend of Korra coming out on the 14th, April 14th. So stay tuned for that. And of course, I got that Kyoshi video coming for you. With that said, have a fantastic rest of your day and stay flaming. Peace.